non-binary lesbians exist, transgender lesbians exist, and he/him lesbians exist.
There is no justifiable reason to call the police on a trans woman.
When Blossom is ripping you up,
Oh, God.
The ones that align with white supremacy, the ones that want to be victims and oppressors at the same time.
Want to be
This is why
victims?
Black and
Want to
brown
be
queers want
victims?
You can't sit with us.
I don't want to sit with you. You're crazy.
Oh,
Hey guys, welcome back to Normal Gays, where we take on insanity. We're going to do another TikTok reaction video because y'all enjoy watching us lose brain cells and react to the same delusional shit over and over and over again.
yeah, we're going back to our old content. We're trying
Well,
to...
we're not milking Lily Tino at least today.
But we need to like do some shorter content that's just like quick reactions because we got to get some more subscribers in here.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
And so let's just get into the first one and let's get
Yeah.
educated for Pride Month.
Okay.
Because it's Pride Month, this is your reminder that non-binary lesbians exist, transgender lesbians exist, and he/him lesbians exist. And before you say anything, your WLW
Bro.
bullshit is not actually historically accurate. Non-binary lesbians, trans lesbians, gender non-conforming lesbians, butch lesbians, he/him lesbians, they have always existed longer than you and I have even been alive. And the lesbian community continuing on this WLW bullshit is so exclusionary, so transphobic, like so turfy, get the out of here, like we don't want you. Like the lesbian community has always been the most welcoming and it's becoming the most exclusionary. What the
Too welcoming.
Yeah, welcoming to men.
Lesbian is not supposed to be welcoming to men.
I love how she throws in like gender non-conforming lesbians have always existed. Yeah, no most lesbians are wearing cargo pants, but that's
that
not what
doesn't
we're
make them
talking
not
about.
men, and
That doesn't make them non-binary. That doesn't mean that the lesbians in the 70s all thought that gender was this huge social construct and that, you know, they also should like or they're transphobic. Like
That's
nobody was
also
thinking
not
that.
even a good argument because if it were true, and it's not, but that like historically there have been he/him lesbians for hundreds of years. Okay, that's still retarded.
It doesn't
What?
make any. It
There
still
was
doesn't.
historically there was slavery for thousands of years. Like, doesn't make it any less stupid and evil.
Correct. Yeah,
What?
just because something's happened in history doesn't make it logically sound or good. But also, that's not true.
No, it's absolutely
There's
made
no
up,
like in
hallucinated.
history, he/him lesbians.
Find me one.
I want to know. I want to know
They
where.
probably can find you an example of some lesbians who were confused for men, or sometimes
Or tried
claimed
to
be
like
men or
look
whatever.
like a man in order to be more accepted by society, but that doesn't
But
make
if
them
you-
he/him lesbians. That's they're still
Literally
women.
explain a definition of the word lesbian that has any meaning if it includes men. Because even with the delusional non-binary they would say, oh, well, non-binary people can be lesbians. So a lesbian is a non-man that loves a non-man, which even that is so insulting to women and so ridiculous and so absurd. But if it includes men, then what definition are you left with?
I just feel like this is all very biphobic because everybody's afraid of just saying they're bisexual.
Y'all know that's allowed, right?
You can be bisexual. I think that if somebody is trans, they might look very much like the sex they're trying or that they identify with. But at the end of the day, sexuality is defined by sex. And if you are attracted to the opposite sex, you're just bisexual with exceptions.
I can understand the argument that like a trans woman can be a lesbian from their perspective because they believe a trans woman is literally a woman. So it makes sense to me. I cannot even understand the he/him lesbian thing from their Delulu point of view.
Yeah, he/him lesbian is crazy. I'm sorry, because then you don't even identify as the same.
Well, they would also say
Gender.
that pronouns don't equal gender identity.
Nothing makes sense.
Which is like, then why do I have to say them to affirm your gender?
I don't understand. Do they know that this doesn't
They
make
know
sense?
this is so stupid. But and it's so funny to me that they're like, this woman who claims she's non-binary or whatever, she's like, the current problem of transphobia and facing the trans community is the lesbians who don't think men can be lesbians.
It's honestly like it's when the left attacks the left. That's all it is. They only attack people that they are in proximity.
It's like them
to.
canceling that non-binary funky
Yeah,
frog-based
it's the
streamer
same thing.
because of
They just go after each other. I don't understand. Like, you don't want to go after the people who are genuinely transphobic.
It's so wild, but I think they know that they can't affect those people because those people don't seek their approval.
Yeah, and also that would be work to
That-
actually have to
correct.
do activist work
Oop.
at the other
See.
side.
All right,
I don't know.
next video.
So, I made a reel, and perhaps y'all didn't hear me clear enough the first time, so I'll say it a second time. There is no justifiable reason at all, not a single one, to call the police on a trans woman. At all. Or anyone, really, but we'll say trans woman because I know it gets y'all mad.
So if a trans woman is trying to murder me.
When Blossom is ripping you up the ass, you can't call the
God.
police. Blossom's like,
I wouldn't call the police for that.
ah!
Just kidding. Yeah, so I guess we should just let ourselves be murdered by, well, she said anyone.
So I guess that's at least consistent.
Yeah, so if somebody's trying to murder you, just let them. You know what? She sounds like Mel Robbins, like the let them theory. She's like, let them.
Let them.
Let
Rape
them.
you? Let them.
Let them. Murder you? Let them. Steal all of your money? Let them. Embezzle? Let them.
But it's so crazy too that you would specifically, at least she does say it for all women, all people, but it'd be like, don't call the police on trans women. How is that equality?
It's not.
It's literally like, okay, one special class of people doesn't get accountability if they do illegal or harm others. Just how high are gas prices going to get? Well, according to our channel partners at Kalshi, people think there is a very good chance that gas prices this upcoming week will come in at above $3.91. That's lovely. Anyway, the politics and economics markets over on Kalshi, our channel partners, are exciting to follow, whether it's on the phone app or the website. You can see these things shift and change in real time with news and developments. And if you want to check it out and get started, you can use code BRADP to get $20 free when you trade $20 today. Now back to the show.
I don't know what else to say about this.
I just thought it was hilarious.
That's... I don't know. Like, it's just a level of stupidity that I genuinely am at a loss for words on.
You know what I'm going to make you watch? You know what? F it. I'm going to insert one of them here. We're going to watch it right now. There's this new trend of read the
just
index.
Don't tell me.
Read the index card is what the trend is called.
Okay.
So the way this works is he goes up to them with an index card, and these youngins literally cannot read basic words.
Oh my God, I think I saw this.
Well, you're about to see it now, so enjoy.
Read the index card. Their reconciliation required extraordinary vulnerability and emotional accountability. I dropped that, but
At least you tried it, man.
yeah.
Read the index card.
Interpretal ambitions necessitated substantial personal sacrifices.
Read the index card.
Their reconciliation required extraordinary, arbitrary, and emotional accountability.
Read the index card.
The remarkability what kind of interview is this? The remarkable contradictory encounter prompt.
Yeah, the interviewer is the problem.
Afterwards.
I am so glad they included one white person so I could laugh at this and
I
not
know.
feel racist.
When she showed up, I was like, oh, thank God.
Thank God.
I think that we are never going to hit like critical mass with this podcast, because if that is what Gen Pop, if that's the level of intellect that we're dealing with, we really need to dumb down our content. And I have dumbed myself down tremendously, so I'm not boring. And
Have you seen how they've started writing TV shows so people understand them even while they're on their phone scrolling? What do you mean you slept with him? He's married. That's an affair. That's cheating. Like they say it out, like because they know people are barely paying attention.
This is like how they say like half the population, like the average reads at a 6th grade level.
And half the
This
population
is the
below
bottom
us.
half that doesn't.
Well, and the thing is, like, obviously these man on the street videos are selective or whatever, but there's stats on this.
Yeah, and they're probably drunk too, but like...
There's stats on this. I don't think they're drunk.
You don't think so?
I think they literally cannot read, Clarkson.
Well, yeah.
I think that
I'm thinking about my video. I was overthinking my video today that I posted about the Iran war. And I'm like, I might have said this the wrong way or said this the wrong way. Or maybe I could have clarified it. And now I'm just realizing
Clark,
like nobody
bitches
understood a
cannot read.
word I said and the whole thing anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
All right. Sorry for that detour in this super short video. Let's go to our next TikTok.
White gay men, white trans people, white lesbians. Some of the most
The
racist
worst.
people on the planet.
Scum of the earth.
Today in my comment section, a white bisexual called me girl. No, it wasn't in an affirming way. It was same way a white man would call a black man boy. Because she was mad that I was calling out male-centered bi women. And if you need context for that, the video's on my page. But what Jonty is saying is absolutely true. Because the white gays and the white queers and the white lesbians that we all be talking about, the ones that align with white supremacy, the ones that want to be victims and oppressors at the same time.
Want to be
this is why
victims?
Black and
Want to
brown
be
queers
victims?
want our own spaces. We are fully comfortable with pseudo-segregation because it's the only way that will be safe. Just a quick little PSA. You are a white gay, a white queer, a white lesbian, and you are not checking your privilege and sitting with the violence in it on a daily basis, you can't sit with us.
I don't want to sit with you. You're crazy.
Oh my God. You know what I always think is so funny when they say like, we're okay with segregation. And it's like, okay, so you're in one breath saying that white people hold all the power, that we hold all the wealth, everything that we do is great. And then you're also saying you don't want access to any of white people's like systemic structures and you want to be segregated. Do you think that your spaces would be as equal to white people's spaces if we do hold all of this power?
I don't want racial segregation.
Separate would not be equal. I don't know. I cannot believe we have to say that in 2026.
I want segregation from these mentally ill people.
We should have ideological
We used
segregation.
to have it. It was called asylums.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with your race.
Oh my God.
This is acting like someone saying girl to her.
I've also never heard a white guy say boy to a black guy.
Oh, but they're talking about like the old South, like you're on the wrong side of town, boy.
Yeah, but they say that to
But they
everybody
don't-
who's like younger than them.
I know it's totally out of context and it's so irrelevant. And the audacity of this to say others want to be a victim when she's claiming violence from someone saying girl.
Wait, does she identify as a man or something?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
I can't keep up. You exhaust me. And these people live in a mental prison of their own making.
Yeah.
And I genuinely feel bad for them.
I mean, I think I do too, but not at this level. You know?
And about very different things.
About very different things. I'm not a racist.
What's going on with these sunglasses?
I just feel like it's a fitting vibe for what we're watching.
But also they're like, and if you white gays aren't checking those other white gays on their violence, then...
So you want to be separated from us, but you also want to tell us what to do? That doesn't sound like separation. That sounds like domination.
She's a dom.
Well, that's the problem with a lot of these racial activists is that their end goal is not, as a minority, their end goal is not to achieve a society that is equal. It's to flip society on its head so they can have the power that they complain about. And that's what pisses me off the most.
Like Blossom wanting to be a dom.
Like if you ask them, what is the future of your activism? Like they would say, oh, there is no future as long as white people are the majority. Okay, so you either want to get rid of white people or you don't actually want to strive for.
It kind of sounds like this wants us to all be separated.
Yeah.
Anyway,
anyways,
video.
We're not white cucks on this channel, so
no. I imagine the white people. I should have looked in the comments. I promise.
Oh, they're like preach.
They're like white women.
They're probably saying something like "preach, sister," and that's
also
actually is like
microaggression.
Incorporating AAV probably. But the ones that do it the most are the ones who pretend to be.
I'm just amazed we made it through that video without and I shouldn't even have to do the emotional labor of explaining this to you or some kind of like that.
Yeah. No, she wants to explain.
Oh, but they all do. But they just say that. It's like a gaslighting tactic. All right, next video.
I got called sir today in an Uber. Just out of what's going on? Where are we giving sir? What part
Do you really want the answer?
Just, can we identify a single prominent feature that's giving sir? Because
the voice,
I don't know
the
if
face,
I can. Was it the name?
The entitlement.
Did we just go off of the name? Because I feel like when you looked at me when I got in the car, that should have gone out the window. But what are we missing here, gang? Because until we figure that part out, I don't really think I'm going to give you a tip. Cool? Cool.
This poor immigrant man.
I was just gonna say,
Uber is like, welcome, sir.
Was your hair up? What were you wearing? That's my question.
Also,
Those are my first questions.
Is the name on the Uber like Charles or something?
It bothers me because it sounds like the name was a male name, the way she brought it up. It bothers me that they assume that the audience is automatically going to make the Uber driver the bad guy, and nobody.
We're not.
Nobody is allowed to ask the question like, was your hair up? Were you wearing a sweatshirt and sweatpants? Because then you probably did look like a sir, but we just have to assume
Also, sirs
the Uber
are
driver's
allowed
bad.
to look very feminine and look
Correct.
like women.
Yeah.
So these Uber drivers are having men with long hair, Jonathan Van Ness style. Well, I guess
Correct.
he's non-binary, but whatever.
With
you get
the
what
name,
I'm saying?
and if your name is a male name, they're going to say
How
sir.
are they supposed to know if you're just a feminine guy or a woman?
Also, sir is like is a respectable way to address someone. So if they genuinely thought you were a sir, then like I would just take the compliment. At least they're giving you the respect of saying sir or ma'am.
And I love the like, and I'm not tipping you. I mean, you don't have to tip for
You probably
Uber
weren't gonna tip anyways.
necessarily, but
I want to see what this person looks like not filming a TikTok and
but also
getting in an
like
Uber.
the funny thing is this person immediately clocks as a biological male to me.
Oh, really?
The face.
I mean, I
and
couldn't
the
see
voice.
from very far. So the voice, sure, but I couldn't see from
Oh,
far.
so
I would say, like,
now I would not call him sir intentionally to be rude or anything, but I'm saying like if you just showed me this person as a stranger or like guess the biology, I would instantly clock male.
we also have a lot more experience with trans people.
A lot of these people don't have any
They
experience.
don't have any experience with it.
They just make them the villains of society.
No, they're not villains, and it's not your job to sit there and like withhold a tip from a service worker to educate them. Like it's actually just your job to pass better.
Oh, next video. Oh wait, we might be out of videos.
Thank God.
Okay, guys, we're actually gonna leave it there. We don't have another video. So we're done with our TikTok reactions. Become a channel member. Watch our exclusive video just for members where we read Grindr messages.
And
We're doing a
subscribe
red flag, green
to
flag,
the channel.
all the things. And we'll be back with more real soon.